Hi everybody and welcome to the final episode of Season 1 of Tales from the Crypt. The last episode was Lover Come Hack to Me. That was a really fun episode. It was all about the couple that ended up in the house, in the rain, and there was this whole plot all along where the woman was going to get impregnated and kill the husband. If you have not watched the episode, you're just watching this one for some reason, go back and watch it. It's really fun. I think most of the episodes are on YouTube at the moment. And overall, I really enjoyed the episode. It kind of went down a lot of how I expected, minus some twist towards the end. But overall, it was just a generally fun one. And the person that I wanted to die, died. So, happy days. This episode is the final of Season 1, and it's called Collection Completed. Now, I did mention when I watched Episode 1 of this series that I'd seen Season 1 before, but it was years ago and I don't really remember much of it. However, this particular episode I watched recently, maybe 6 months or so ago. I was sat with my boyfriend and he's never watched shows growing up that I did, so Goosebumps, Are You Afraid of the Dark, Twilight Zone, Tales from the Crypt. He'd never watched any of that. So we watched kind of like one random episode from each one or a couple of random ones. The only one that we watched from this show was this episode, Collection Completed. And I chose that one particularly because I knew it was weird, it's wacky, it's really strange sort of sense of humour in it. But it's also about animals, and he's a big cat lover, I'm a big dog lover, and I always call him a crazy cat lady. So I just thought it might be a good episode to show him. So whilst I have watched it recently, it's still a fun one, I do enjoy it, so I am looking forward to rewatching it now. So let's jump into episode 6.
I'd like to introduce you to my pet, Peeves. He has tonight's skin
I don't think Peeves is alive anymore.
It's about a couple with their own pet peeves. I call this chunk of chilling charnel chatter collection completed.
Oh yeah. This is a good episode. If no one's watched it, if you've never watched any of this series, but for some reason you're watching this, go and watch this episode because it's just weird as tits.
It's almost time.
This lady in this.
Everybody stay in the kitchen now, okay?
This lady in this episode
He's gonna be so
is mental,
surprised.
but she's played really well.
He's here. He's here. Everybody, be quiet now. Shh, 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 shh. I'll just bring you inside. Yes, we will.
You shut the door right on my face.
Jonas, you're home.
This guy plays a really good grumpy husband who's just. So this is like his retirement party, and he just basically hates life.
I got it, it's okay.
No. You've had a hard day. Come on, let me.
How did that thing get in here?
My, that is beautiful. What
It's
is
massive.
That's 47 goddamn years. That's what that is. Time hand tools. 6 days a week, 52
Hand
weeks
tools,
a year.
okay. I didn't know if it was meant to be like a gavel.
Some thanks.
Oh yeah, now I can see it properly, it's clearly a hammer.
Never mind. Just throw the old duff away.
It's funny, there's like two types of people, people who
Sure they'll miss you.
can't wait to retire,
Anyway, this is
and
your
people
time
like me,
now.
and people who
You come
feel that
over
sense, that
here
missing sense of purpose.
because-
Who's we? You didn't. Now you know I hate that. God damn your cats to hell! What do I have to do? Search my own cotton-picking chairs every goddamn time I want to sit down under my own roof? Is that what I have to do?
He's not a very nice man. I mean, she's a bit cuckoo crazy pants.
That is you.
I just don't see how they got together, because he's so awful.
He's my new friend.
You can get rid of him now. Because as of tomorrow, you won't be lonely anymore. You won't be needing any animals. I'm going to be home all day. Right here in the goddamn
Oh,
house.
happy
I work
days.
for
You can tell she's not overly happy about that.
Party.
I don't think she's really thought about it.
Too tight.
I'm so sorry, but Daddy's called the party off.
And like I say, she's a little crazy. But she's obviously spent a lot of years by herself.
Good morning, sunshine.
God, is there a better feeling in the world than when you wake up thinking you've got work and you look at the clock and then you realise you don't have to get up But he's one of these people, I guess, who's worked all his life. He needs that reason to get up. He needs that sense of purpose and can't just relax.
I can't stand it.
See? Whereas me, nothing better.
You look like a mad dog foaming at the mouth.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna take my bath.
Now? Bath? In the morning?
Of course. It's okay. I don't mind if you're here.
Well, couldn't you take it later?
Sure, she doesn't mind.
Sorry.
Just say,
Go ahead.
I need to take a dump.
I'll leave.
It's weird, they're just such polar opposites of each other. This music though.
Eat your breakfast.
It's so funny because I kind of started this as like a horror channel. I wanted to focus on horror things, and whilst Tales from the Crypt does touch on horror, this episode, at least
Just take the
for now,
day and do
it's just this
nothing.
weird,
Relax.
surreal
Out in your chair with the TV on.
look into a life of
I don't want to watch
someone who
TV.
likes pets.
Productive citizen.
But I love it.
Retirement.
I think because it's just so odd.
I thought you. Gappy! Here's your breakfast, honey.
The goddamn hell is going on? Are you running some kind of luxury resort for every flea-bitten parasite that trips across my doorstep?
These are my friends.
She's so lonely.
I've been a little busy the last 47 years. I just didn't have time to sit and gap with you night and day.
What an awful man. So it's very clear that, like he just said, for 47 years he's been working. He's been so busy
You freeloader!
that he knows nothing about his wife.
Get away from my car, damn ya!
That's why she's, I think, gone a little bit, lost a few marbles here and there. And the pets are her only company, so of course she values them.
I'd go nuts with nothing to do.
Well, look who's back.
Oh,
Beat it, you mangy mutt! I think she needs help. Now, by the way,
she might do, but I think you've caused a lot of the issues.
Well, she's been that way since anybody in the neighborhood could remember. It's funny you wouldn't know.
Exactly. Can I just say, you cannot beat a sandwich for lunch.
Crap.
It's tuna. It's good for you.
Where'd you get this from?
I got it out of
That
the
don't look
cupboard.
like tuna to me.
Sorry.
Nita, this is cat food.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That'll be why.
I'm really-
Oh,
Where have you been? Come here,
he's
boy.
so cute.
Jonas? You named this dog Jonas?
I'm sorry. Well, he reminded me of you.
Yeah, I can see it too bad. I do feel sorry for her
Sounds
because
like a hairball to me.
she's been so neglected for so long. It's obviously really badly affected her.
Getting a headache.
But this absolute piece of
You
garbage.
think you could please get me some aspirin?
It's just paid so little attention to her, and now he wants all her attention just because he's not got a job anymore.
I asked for aspirin.
Go ahead, try it.
What was in that?
Your aspirin. I put it in the brownie for you.
Oh,
God damn it, Anita! I'm not like your dogs or your cats.
it was like she's feeding him like an animal. Her grip on reality is just gone completely, and he needs to take some responsibility for that.
Have you talked to her about this?
Exactly.
She may not be used to having you around the house all day.
Exactly. Thank you, Roy,
I don't know.
my man.
Well,
Roy's the voice of
maybe
reason.
you're right.
He realised what the
guess I
woman's
could
like.
hardly-
She's been like this for a long time.
I think
That it's okay.
sit down,
Husband's been neglecting her,
long talk.
and just talk to her. 'Cause all he does is shout.
We can make a brand new start. We'll be the way we used to be. I'll rub your stomach and you can lick the back of my leg.
I love this episode. It's so stupid. What the hell are you wearing?
Ah,
Oh, she's gonna knock it over.
you miserable! Here, kitty.
Don't kill the cat. Serves you right. I think someone's about to snap.
Wait, I'm
Hobby I know I'll just love.
Oh, Jonas! Oh, Skippy's bone. Skippy didn't mean it.
Along, little fella.
She should be worried that he's so happy, but she's just not with it.
Any more of his yard work, and this place would begin to look like a parking lot.
By the way, have you seen Skippy?
What are you doing here? Get the hell out of here! I didn't tell you could come down here.
So her animals
Can't
starting to go
find
missing.
Jonas either. He never stays away this long.
Jonas,
Come on, lady,
no,
put
back.
2 and 2 together.
Mommy's look. Jonas! Mommy's been worried about you.
Oh, poor Jonas.
You think?
It's really disturbing in some ways.
I'm making adjustments so we can share our common interest in our goals.
It's not just that he stuffed the dog
When you love animals,
and then
now
made
I
it
can learn
like a
to
remote
love them
control
too.
eyes. It's that he killed the dog as well.
Like my children.
Yeah, it's just like he's obviously snapped as well. I find taxidermy
Come here, little
in
baby.
general just
Oh, please.
disturbing. Sweet Jesus, he's been busy. Like I say, he's killed all these animals. It's not just that. Ooh, what's he doing with them?
But first, it's showtime. Here they are. My complete collection.
Oh.
Something is missing, isn't it, huh?
Don't worry,
Final piece in my collection.
if you've never watched
Something
before,
like
he gets some comeuppance. Oh, he's alive. Okay.
Give it to me, Jonas.
I can't give it to you like this.
Come on, lady.
I believe in using chloroform. Doesn't shock the system. Muscles don't tense up and they pull away from
Do
the
it,
bones
do
like
it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
We're not going to kill that cat.
Nina, no!
Good on her. To be fair, I would do exactly the same thing.
Hi there. I just dropped by to see how
Roy,
you were doing.
what you wearing?
How's Jonas?
Oh, he's really slowed down and learned how to enjoy life. He's much happier.
Oh,
He really is.
oh. It always makes me laugh as ending.
I guess Jonas learned that a hobby can be very self-fulfilling, as long as you're not too stuffy about it. So until next time, I want all of you to sit, stay, play dead. Good boy.
Okay, that was collection completed. The final episode, season 1 of Tales from the Crypt. I don't know what it is about the episode that I love so much. I think it's just such a weird, zany, strange vibe to it, with the music choices and the characters. The woman who's clearly mentally unhinged, the husband who's abusive, and just not even abusive, but like neglective and not a nice guy. But then he clearly snapped as well. Roy is in a planet of his own. It's just got this weird, dark comedy vibe to it, like a black comedy, with the odd little slightly disturbing thing hidden underneath. So like the bit that, if you think about it, it's quite disturbing, is it's not just that he's taking these animals and, you know, stuffing them and making statues or whatever out of them. He's going the extra step and making some of them like remote controlled, which is weird in itself. But he's killing them first. So when people nowadays stuff their animals and take them to a taxidermist, the animal's dead. And they do the process that I don't want to know what it is to, obviously, to stuff it and get it to the way it is. But this guy was going out of his way to murder the animals. And I think he said at the end it was using chloroform to basically drug the animals and then kill them. And that's wrong. But he's just this weird, controlling guy. He neglected his wife for 47 years, I think it was, and worked for all that time. He clearly paid no attention to who she was and her life, because she had no idea about all the animals. But people in the street knew, but her husband didn't have any idea. He didn't give a toss about her. So between that and the fact that he was always working, he lost all sense of purpose when he lost his job. And then to then discover that your wife isn't just going to run after you and do every little thing she can for you, because she's got other priorities, and rightly so. Don't get me wrong, is she a little crazy? Yes. But I think it's fair that she's got these friends and priorities because he was never around. But overall, it's just a really fun episode. The guy gets his comeuppance. And those are my favourite kind of episodes where the person who deserves to die dies. Like in Love Will Come Back to Me, the fact that the husband ended up getting killed was good. I enjoyed that. And so, yeah, that was episode 6, collection completed. In terms of what's going to happen next with Tales from the Crypt, the next episode that I'm going to be putting out for this series is I'm going to be ranking episode 1 to 6 from my least favourite to my favourite. There's only 6 episodes, so it probably won't take me very long to do. Please let me know if you're watching these or if you're enjoying them. And the series as a whole isn't getting viewed that much. I love it and I enjoy it. If people are watching this and are really enjoying it, please leave me a comment and let me know. The reason I'm saying this is because if no one's watching it, then I won't do a series 2. Not because I don't want to. It's just I'd rather just watch it on my own. If no one's going to be watching on here, I'd rather put series on YouTube that people are going to enjoy. So please, if you're enjoying this series, let me know. And yeah, and then I'll look into maybe carrying on with series 2. So anyway, that was episode 6 of season 1, collection completed. My name is Scott. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all taking care of yourselves. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.